What is an average dinner for the family?
Well, I cook a pot of beans and fry some potatoes, some corn or something like that.
Long before fast food or meals that only needed microwaving, our grandparents already knew how to turn cheap ingredients into hearty and comforting meals. That could be gravy poured over biscuits, soup made from potato peels, or simply combining whatever scraps were left in the house that could fill your stomach. Today, let's take a trip back to Grandma's old kitchen and discover 25 simple dishes that nourished an entire generation through the toughest times. Back then, the mac and cheese dish didn't come neatly packed in a convenient box from the supermarket like it does now. It was made by hand, slowly, meticulously, and full of Grandma's love. Grandma would start by heating a little butter or lard in a pan, sprinkling flour over it along with milk, and stirring constantly until the mixture thickened into a rich, creamy sauce. This pasta mixture was then poured into a dish, topped with breadcrumbs or crushed crackers for crunch, and baked in the oven until the top was crispy and a beautiful golden brown. This dish was truly a lifesaver meal during tough times. Back in the 1930s to 1940s, a pound of cheese cost only about 15 cents. For a total ingredient cost of under 50 cents, this homemade mac and cheese was enough to feed 6 people in a family. It provided essential calcium and protein on days when meat was scarce and expensive. Our grandparents would probably shake their heads in surprise to see modern versions of mac and cheese with all sorts of luxurious ingredients like truffle oil, because for them, simplicity and economic efficiency were the most valuable legacies. When money was tight, potatoes rose up to become the silent hero of the kitchen. They were a cheap, easy-to-find tuber that gave a lasting, full feeling, providing plenty of starch at a low cost. Potato soup is a dish so simple it couldn't be simpler, but it was a hearty, warm meal that provided comfort on cold days. Grandma would dice the potatoes and onions, then simmer them in water or milk if she could buy it. She let the mixture simmer slowly on the stove until the potatoes were soft and mushy, naturally breaking down to thicken the soup without needing expensive cream or thickeners. During the Great Depression, potatoes were dirt cheap, only about 2 cents a pound. Even to maximize resources, Grandma might add celery leaves, the green tops that most people usually throw away today, because the celery stalks were a too precious ingredient to waste at that time. A hot bowl of potato soup, smelling of simmered onions, enough for 6 people, usually costs less than 20 cents. For many people, especially Irish immigrants, this soup wasn't just a meal, but it also carried memories of survival. Potato soup helped prevent starvation and ensured that at least the family still had a hot and calorie-filled meal to get through the long day. When potatoes were peeled for mashed dishes or potato soup, the peels were also thoroughly utilized by our grandparents. It sounds funny and a bit thrifty by modern standards, but potato peel soup truly was a lifesaver for many families during extremely difficult times. The potato peels were scrubbed clean and kept thick, then simmered with onions and a little salt. The resulting broth would be thickened by adding a little flour, creating a warm soup that, although not rich, still filled an empty stomach. The cost to make this soup was almost nothing. This soup helped extract nutrition and vitamins from every piece of food. Government posters even encouraged people to make this soup during World War II as a way to maximize precious food resources. Did you know about this potato peel soup? Or have you ever heard of it? If you can, please try bringing this dish back to your kitchen and then share your feelings below the video. In all the survival recipes we've explored, none captures the cleverness in the face of scarcity better than water pie. This pie carried emotional nicknames such as the Depression Pie or Desperation Pie. When the family couldn't afford milk, eggs, or cream, the essential components of a decent dessert, Grandma still managed to create a small bit of sweetness. The recipe starts with an already baked empty pie crust. Instead of pouring milk in, what was poured in was water. The water was mixed with sugar, a little flour for thickening, butter, usually the cheapest kind, or lard if needed, and a little vanilla for fragrance. This simple mix